Okay, this is my homemade offset smoker made out of a 60-gallon air compressor. The motor went bad, so I replaced the compressor, decided I would use the tank for something else. And I'm going through here, and as you can see, I've got the 282 is actually the top left corner of my upper rack over here on the left. The 240 that you see is actually dead center in the center of the lower rack. And if you look, we've got 240 right there in the center. And I've got these 3-inch River Country gauges with the 4-inch stems. This one's about 8 inches over from this grate opening. And as you can see, if I can get it to focus here, it is exactly 240. Now if I come over here to the other one, which is about 6 to 8 inches, something like that, same as the other side, from the edge of this grate, if I can get it to focus, you'll see it is exactly 240. And again, these are 4 inches in. It's been running at this temperature for about a half hour now and has not fluctuated a single degree. And one thing I did is I went through here, and as you can see, I leveled this out. It was just a tad low on the back end in my where it's at in my garage floor here. So I stuck a level up here, and temporarily what I did is just simply put my floor jack under it, raised it up about maybe a half an inch to bring it up to level. And again, this thing is just absolutely has not moved off of 240 for at least a half hour. And all 3 of the gauges that I've got on here are reading exactly the same. And I did calibrate these when I got them just to double check. They really weren't off enough to make any difference, I don't think. But I did go ahead and calibrate them in boiling water. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and I'm going to open up here and show you what we've got. Sorry, I'm having to move around one-handed here. Here's where we've got our probes at. As you can see, we've got the 4-inch ones coming in there. There's the one that's at my upper top grate. And right there, dead center of my rack, is my other digital probe. Let me get this closed back down, keep my heat in there. I'm curing my paint. I'm going to let that go for another couple hours here, and then I'm going to throw some wings on here. And of course, you know, the temperature is going to drop when we lower it. It'll drop down to 197 in the center, which this is pretty close. This one didn't drop quite as much, but we'll see how quickly this thing recovers. Remember, we were right at 240 before I opened it. It's been a minute and a half, 2 minutes ago, I guess. And we are going to watch this thing climb back up here. I do have a 1/4-inch steel plate. The top of the firebox runs from here, the full length, up to approximately 6 inches from the end over there, for my baffle plate gap. And what I did, instead of, some people make the firebox separate from their baffle plate inside, what I did, that top plate of the firebox right there is actually about 57 inches long, and just it's one piece that runs the full length. And then I built the bottom part of the firebox and just used the floor jack to raise it up to level everything out, and then welded the top plate across here. Alright, let's see where we're at on temperature here. Let's see, we're coming back up. We're about almost 225 here. Almost coming back up. About 222, which is just about exactly what that is showing. This one's coming up just a hair slower, but it's almost there. And we'll check back in a little while and see how the temperature is holding. What I've got for my damper, I did a damper in the bottom of the firebox. And that bolt right there, you just simply slide that in and out, and that opens the damper in the bottom, which works out because that makes it real easy for my ash clean out. Let's see, we're coming back up to temperature pretty quick here. So we'll check back in here shortly.